How y'all doing? Welcome back. It is dinner time and we are going to make my version of hamburger steak. Right here we just have 2 pounds of 80/20 ground beef. To that we're going to add a half cup of Parmesan cheese ground. We are going to add a half cup bacon. We're going to add a teaspoon of onion powder. Out of here. All right, there is no true recipe to this. I am measuring everything out for y'all. I normally do not measure this. When I make this, normally I just throw it together. All-purpose seasoning, I'm doing 3 teaspoons. And we're gonna mix that up, and while we're mixing that up, we're gonna go ahead and turn on our friendly burner here. Most of you know, me and this burner have a love-hate relationship. Most of the time it's more hate than it is love. While we're letting that warm up, we'll mix this up real good. Now you can make this all kinds of different ways. I'm making it this way, sometimes I'll make it a different way. You just never know. You can change it up. I had a friend, Peggy. She would put egg and cracker and do similar to this, and then she would fry it up. I don't do it that way. I do a Salisbury steak similar to that, but this way is how I like it for my family. Y'all can do it however you like. Let me know if you try it a different way or if you try it my way. And then we are going to, after we get the patties or the hamburger steaks fried up, we're going to saute some onion and mushroom to go with it. So I think that'd be really good. That's usually how we do it. Sometimes I even do a little bit of bell pepper in there with it. But bell peppers are a little hard to get right now. I don't know why they are so hard to get. All right, we are going to start making patties here. We got the pan, it's already preheating. All right, now I'm making these a little bit bigger because they are, my version of a hamburger steak. If any of y'all know my daddy, he made them bigger than this. Push that down there. Push that down just in the middle a little bit. That's supposed to keep it from shrinking too bad. I don't know if that trick really works or not, but we're gonna do it anyway. My allergies are still acting up. I don't know if it's just because it's been so daggone hot here and I'm been stuck inside with the air conditioner on all the time, but dang, my allergies are really acting up. Now you can make this a different way. You don't have to do the bacon, but anytime you put bacon with it and onion, it's gonna be good. You know that. I'm trying just to get 4. There's only me and Andre tonight for dinner, so we just need probably I'll have fixed 2 apiece. We may have 2 leftovers for later. I don't know what we're doing just yet. I'm hungry, so I'll probably eat at least my 2, and his can stay. Alright. These are probably gonna take a hot minute to fix. How's the weather up there where y'all are at? Over where we are right now, it is decent today. Actually, I went out and got the patio ready for dinner tonight. We're gonna sit out there and eat dinner out there and have some lemonade. I am going to let these get fried in just a little bit. I've gotta wash my hands, so just give me a minute. All right, y'all, we are back. I got my hands all washed up. While I was waiting on these to cook a little more, I went ahead and I made steamed some broccoli, bacon, and cheddar over there and got it ready. That's gonna be the side tonight. And we're also gonna have the rest of this coleslaw that I picked up at the warehouse club the other day. It's only 98 cents. Let me tell you what, it wasn't bad. I don't know if I would buy it again, but for 98 cents, I highly recommend it. All right, let's get these bad boys turning. And that is not a promotion for that. I just happened to see it. It's cheap, and I wanted to try it. On that coleslaw, it's not a traditional coleslaw. It's more of a vinegary base. It's not your typical mayo kind of base or your dressing base. All right, these bad boys are going to be wonderful, and as big as I made them today, I probably won't eat one. And we'll probably have some leftovers. I usually make a little extra every meal, because that way when I don't feel like cooking, we can just have leftovers. Or I'll put it in the freezer, and when we're running behind or something one night, thaw something out real quick, heat it up, and we're good to go. You got a home cooked meal, because we don't eat out very often, so we like to eat home cooked food. I'm gonna put a lid on these real quick, and we're gonna let them finish up just a little bit more, and then I'll come back and let you all watch me get ready to do the onion. All right, y'all, they are done. Let's get these babies out of there. We're gonna saute up some onions and mushrooms for dinner to go with them. I did get Bailey fed, and if y'all don't remember who Bailey is, that is my little 7.5 pounds of Ambition Maltese. Take these babies out of here. Look how nice they are. They didn't shrink too bad. 80-20 Hamburger did us right. Get this out of here. We are not gonna keep all this grease. You don't wanna keep all that. That is not anything good. Look. Maybe it's good. All right. I saw this from a TV chef one time. This is how I've done it ever since. You just take you a paper towel and some tongs, and you get in there. We don't want all of it out. I am going to use some of the fat that come off those hamburgers and bacon. I am going to use it for saute the onions and the mushrooms in. Look at that. Just take it around, clean that bad boy up. And just boom, just like that. There you go. Put that out of the way. Now I did wash these mushrooms. I'm just using a container of mushrooms. They've already been washed. Please wash your mushrooms because they are dirty. Alright, get those in there. We're gonna let them heat up just a little bit, and then we'll toss in about an onion. Now if y'all want to put a little seasoning on these, you can. I'm not, because there's already plenty of seasoning going to be in here with that leftover fat from the hamburger and the bacon. All right, we'll get these going here in a second. All right, if there's a cook in there, we're going to get this onion. I already got an onion prepared. What have y'all decided to do for dinner? Got anything laid out? Going out to eat? What y'all doing? We have plenty of, we'll have some leftovers here if y'all want to come join us. Grab a plate here in a little bit and we'll fix you right up. All right, those onions are, the mushrooms are starting to cook there. I'm gonna give them a few minutes of head start, and then we'll put the onions in there with them. Yeah, Miss Bailey, she done ate. She was sitting down the hall. She keeps watching me. She can see me from where I'm standing. Gives me the evil eye. She sits in the doorway of the, she sleeps in our guest bedroom sometimes. She sits down there. You can't see her from here, but she'll just sit down and she gives me the evil eye. We eat dinner at the same time every night, and she knows when it's dinner time, and she knows when it's breakfast time. Let me tell you, she don't miss a meal. We are going to give these a few minutes to cook here. I'm going to come back and I'll grab y'all and we'll put those onions in. All right, y'all. Got these mushrooms are going here. They got a little bit of a head start. They're looking so good. Look at that. These are big. I didn't realize they were so big. We are going to put a whole onion in there, and these onions were huge, so it may look like more than a one onion to y'all. But if you can see that, that's the onion that we chopped up the other day with that chopper. Well, some of the onion. I did about 20 pounds of onions. We got onions by the bulk around here. But we're always putting them on everything. Get these onions stirred in there. Of course, they'll cook down. It won't be as much. And they're diced up, so it looks probably like a lot more than what it really is. Just stirred around there. Mixed in there. Smells so good. Anytime you do any saute with onions, mushrooms, and sometimes put a little bell pepper in there with it. What y'all watching on TV tonight? I think the next episode of my favorite show right now is Dutton Ranch. I think I'm going to be watching Beth Dutton there. I want to see what she's terrorizing, who she's cussing out, or what she's doing. I am so hooked on her. I think she's amazing. I just love that actress, actor, actress, whatever you call them these days. I think that show is funny as heck. Not funny, really. She beat the hell out of everybody. I don't know how we're put up with her. I know I've got one friend down in Kentucky, Shasta. She watches that show, and then as soon as that episode, we both watch that episode, I'm a snapping Shasta, see what she thought of the episode. Well, she's telling me she hooked on it too. Shasta's one of my good friends down in Kentucky. She's been gardening and she's been canning. She's like the perfect little housewife lately. She's doing jams and jellies. She's got tomatoes out of her garden. Up here where we are, up here next to Canada, our vegetables aren't ready just yet. As you probably heard me say, I've got some tomatoes and some bell peppers. They're just about, they're blooming and they're growing. They're about the size of your thumb, a little bit bigger right now. I've been out there, I'm hoping I have a little bunny rabbit that lives out there in my landscape. I love that little bunny. I've actually fed it a little bit here and there. I fed some stuff over for it. I'm hoping that little sucker doesn't eat my tomatoes and my bell peppers before I get them. All right, we are gonna let this cook, and then we're gonna come back here in a second, and we'll put the hamburgers back in there and let them warm back up just a little bit, and get some of this flavor from these onions, these mushrooms, and then we'll plate it all up, and then we'll do a taste. All right, y'all, we have got it done. I did put a lid on there just to steam those burgers just a little. We're gonna grab us a plate here. And y'all, I keep getting questions about my plates. I have two colors. I have the flame and I have the cerise. And they are, there, you can see that out there, the light there. They are Le Creuset plates. They are not from a Mexican restaurant. That is the question I get the most about my plates. They are not from a Mexican restaurant. All right, let's get us a burger here. First, hold on, I'm gonna go get some broccoli over here real quick, hold on. Burger on there. Let's get some of those onions, mushrooms. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. It looks like you're at a fine dining restaurant down home. Look at that. That looks so yummy. All right, I can't hold this thing and cut that thing. Let me move these out of the way. All right. Y'all, plates are behind me if you want to get a plate while I'm testing. Here we go. That burger is just right. Hamburger steak, we'll pretend it's steak. Mushrooms. That's cauliflower, bacon, and cheddar or cheese. I don't know if it's really cheddar. I think it's cheddar. I can't remember what I did get. There we are. All right, y'all. Dinner's ready. As I said, the plates are standing right there in the cabinet behind me, right where I'm standing, I should say. Fix your plate. Bailey and I'll be out on the patio waiting for you. We've got some lemonade over here to the side. Help yourself. The blackberry syrup sitting right there. Fix your glass, plate, and we'll meet you outside. Whoop, there comes Bailey. She heard her name. She ready to go. Let me tell you. All right, y'all. As always, cheers. Hope y'all have something good for dinner.